1. Invisible walls in The Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable uses invisible walls in a uniquely meta way. Instead of just blocking player movement, these walls become a part of the narrative. They represent the constraints of game design and the illusion of choice, creating a self-aware commentary on the nature of video games and player freedom. 2. Time manipulation in Braid. In Braid, time manipulation is a central mechanic. Players can rewind and manipulate time to solve puzzles and navigate through levels. This mechanic isn't just a gimmick but is intricately woven into the game's narrative and puzzle design, challenging traditional platformer conventions. 3. Rhythm-based combat in Crypt of the Necro-Dancer. Crypt of the Necro-Dancer combines dungeon crawling with rhythm-based gameplay. Players must move and attack in time with the music, blending rhythm game mechanics with traditional rogue-like elements. The synchronization of movement and rhythm adds a fresh layer of strategy and challenge to the gameplay. 4. In-game death as a learning tool in Dead Cells. Dead Cells features a roguelike structure where death is a learning experience rather than a setback. Players keep certain progress and upgrades after dying, encouraging experimentation and skill development. This mechanic transforms failure into a vital part of the learning curve. 5. Switching perspectives in Fez. Fez introduces a unique mechanic where players can rotate the 2D world in a 3D space. This rotation changes the perspective and reveals new pathways, puzzles, and secrets. The mechanic challenges players' spatial reasoning and adds depth to traditional 2D platforming. 6. Control of multiple characters in Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. In Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, players control multiple characters with distinct abilities simultaneously. This mechanic requires coordination and strategic planning to overcome puzzles and combat challenges, adding a layer of complexity to the gameplay. 7. Gravity manipulation in Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy features gravity manipulation as a core mechanic. Players can walk around spherical planets and defy conventional gravity, creating inventive level designs and platforming challenges. This mechanic brings a unique twist to the classic Mario platformer formula. 8. Emotional manipulation in Undertale. Undertale allows players to interact with enemies in nonviolent ways, such as talking or befriending them. The game's mechanics change based on the player's choices and actions, affecting the story's outcome and the character's emotional journey. This approach adds depth to traditional RPG mechanics. 9. Permadeath and Legacy in Rogue Legacy. Rogue Legacy features permadeath where each new character is a descendant of the previous one. Players inherit traits, both positive and negative, from their ancestors, creating a legacy system that impacts gameplay and strategy. This mechanic introduces a sense of continuity and evolution. 10. Simulation of human behavior in The Sims. The Sims uses a simulation mechanic to model human behavior and social interactions. Players control and manage virtual lives, from daily routines to relationships, in a sandbox environment. This simulation provides an open-ended and often bizarre exploration of life's possibilities. These bizarre and creative game mechanics offer innovative twists on traditional gameplay, challenging players' expectations and enhancing the gaming experience. From manipulating time and gravity to integrating rhythm and emotion, these mechanics demonstrate the vast potential for creativity in game design.